3, 4, 5, 6. We are for sure going to have 6 full days of a government shutdown. But Lisa, today's only Friday, day 3. Yeah, you're right. Today is day 3, but the Republican leadership in the Senate is about to send everyone home for the weekend. Yes, you heard that correctly. With no deal in sight, tons of federal workers furloughed, and our military members and essential federal employees working with no pay, the Senate Majority Leader decided to send all of the senators home until Monday. And they, yes, are still getting paid. Now, for the record, in the midst of all this shutdown chaos, the House Speaker has also kept the House out of session this entire week, too. There have been 0 votes in the House this week, and next week's House schedule is unclear. That means the very soonest that we could possibly get out of this government shutdown would be Monday. And again, that makes it 6 days of a government shutdown. Now, I'm going to tell you something that might frustrate you even more than that. What's that saying again? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. Well, that's exactly what's been happening in the Senate this entire week. Now, remember I told you in this video yesterday that a spending bill to reopen the government requires 60 votes to pass in the Senate. Well, all this week, the Senate Majority Leader, Thune, a Republican from South Dakota, and the Senate Minority Leader, Chuck Schumer, a Democrat from New York, have decided their grand strategy to get the government back open is to just put the exact same bills on the floor for a vote that keep failing. They did that on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and they did it again today. The Republicans keep putting up the House-passed continuing resolution, and the Democrats keep putting up their version, which includes the House-passed continuing resolution, but adds the permanent extension of the Affordable Care Act subsidies and the restoration of the Medicaid funding the Republicans stripped in the big, beautiful bill. Now, both of those bills keep failing over and over and over again. And instead of saying, clearly this isn't working, let's have some kind of compromise and come up with something that can pass, both sides are like, nah, it's my way or the highway. So that's where we're at. I wish I had better news, but maybe by next week, these lawmakers can get it together and get us out of this mess. That is, of course, if the House comes back to work and if the Senate can stop this cycle of voting insanity.